Can we take a moment to talk about how good our last episode was?
It really was.
Man, I'm sorry that this episode is not up to par with the last one, everyone. But the last
We've
one,
got some time.
we've got time, yeah, but the last one was so good.
It really was.
So good. I loved it.
I mean, it makes me happy that you love something that we created. So that's all I care about.
Cool.
Cool. See, you're right. This episode isn't as good.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You're tuned in to Fetch a Pail.
It's your weekly friendship podcast about life.
Culture.
And definitely not us.
I'm Jackie, your resident queer non-binary, they, she, POC, POS.
And I'm Jill. I forgot about this part. Shit. Welcome to the show, everyone.
Welcome, everyone. Hello, Jill.
I have so many notes today, and I was like, I'm feeling good. I'm hot shit. And then I just forgot I'm supposed to do a part there.
You're still hot shit, I promise.
Oh, thank you. I'm Jill, and I'm hot shit.
Hell yeah. There we go.
Much better.
Welcome, everyone. Jill, how are you?
Hi, Jackie. I am pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm good.
Oh, yay.
I'm a little flustered because I've had a very busy day, and I thought I was going to be late to record.
No, you're so funny. You're like, I'm going to be late, and then you're like, I'm going to be 7 minutes early.
Well, here's what happened. I was being productive, and I was cleaning out my truck, and I was pre-cleaning it before I took it to get cleaned, as you do.
Sure.
And I like put everything in the back. Like I have like all this dog shit that goes in the cab, right?
Stuff for
dog
dogs.
shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So my cab is full of dog shit. This is why I'm getting it cleaned.
Uh-huh.
So I put like all the dog stuff in the back in like the what is it called? The shell, you know,
Sure.
the back of the truck. And then like I'm doing all this stuff. And then I drive speed on over to the car wash place at like 5:30. And that's when I text you. I was like, I'm going to be late because there's usually a line. And I get there and they're fucking closed. So
Fuck.
now I got to put all the dog shit back and not have a clean truck. But I think actually they open at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm going to try to take the truck there in the morning. First thing.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
sucks,
I was hustling and I'm like sweaty and I didn't get that done. But I'm here, I'm with you, and things are wonderful.
Goodness. I love it when you're with me.
I had enough time to make myself a vodka tonic.
Nice.
Yeah, Mama's back.
Back on your weekday shit, huh?
Yeah.
Oh God, everything's fine. Just punching the microphone, the huge. I'm just drinking water myself. Oh my gosh. I bought cooking wine recently because I was feeling like lazy and I saw that it existed and I was like, this isn't actually sellable as a beverage, so they're not going to ID me so I can go to self-checkout. And so I just like bought it because we needed it for a recipe or something. And Jake was like, what even is the difference? Like, what does cooking wine mean? I was like, I don't know. And so I tasted it. You know what the difference is? It's fucking salty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so gross.
I'm with Jake on this. I've never heard of people selling cooking wine. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know it was a thing either. I just like happened upon it at Winco. I was looking for balsamic vinegar for like salads and stuff. And I just saw it. It was like cooking red wine blend, cooking white wine blend. I was like, cool. That's like $3 each, and I'm busy, so I just grabbed them, and it was fine. It worked fine in the recipe, but I would not buy them again.
How salty was it? Was it tolerable?
No. No,
Do you okay,
it
okay,
was very
now
salty.
picture your senior year of high school, you got to show up to the party with something. Is it tolerable now?
No, but I didn't party in high school. Sorry, I'm not cool.
Is it still alcoholic?
10%.
So kids could buy it and get drunk off of salty wine.
They could. This is not a PSA. I'm not recommending that, but technically, I suppose yes.
Oh, barf, big barf.
Mage barf. It's so weird. I mean, it did just taste like wine. And at first I was like, oh, it tastes like wine. And it's like right as I swallowed, I was like, oh no.
Oh man, you know what? These kids are fucking smart these days. They're gonna figure out a way to like put it through a Brita, like, get the salt out,
Desalinate their cooking wine.
desalinated wine.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I don't even know what made me think of that, but there you go. That happened this week.
That's awesome. I speaking of alcohol, I went this weekend with some friends to a Japanese whiskey bar in downtown Oakland.
You love Japanese whiskey. There's a whole bar for it.
Yeah, there's actually there's one in San Francisco as well. I think it's a thing. I think that's a thing, like a Japanese
Cool.
whiskey bar.
All right.
But it was my first time at this one. It was a new place to me, and it was super fucking. I know I throw around the word cool a lot, but this place was like cool. This place is like jazz cool. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. Do I? Do I know what you mean? Is jazz still cool?
Like this upside down visor can be cool, but this place is like this place is like, hip cat cool. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. We'll circle back to that visor comment, but please continue with your story.
So it was like you had to make reservations, which is like a new thing for bars. Like you need to make reservations because they have like capacity limits.
Sure.
And you can't really like move around. It's not like a bar in the sense where you're like wandering around the bar like with a drink. They put you in your little corner with your party, and like a server comes up and takes your order and brings you everything. So that was my first time. I've been to lots of restaurants and things during COVID, but I haven't been to like a bar during the COVID restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
So this was really cool. And I do love Japanese whiskey, and I got a flight, which is funny because that's like a recurring theme on our podcast.
You got a flight. You finally got one.
I got my flight. So I did a Japanese whiskey flight, and the first one was incredible. The best Japanese whiskey I've ever had, even better than my favorite Nika. But it was very similar. It was like a malty sweet type of thing, so it was very similar to the Nika that I like. And then the other one was like too spicy, which I learned because there was someone else there with me that also did the flight that knows a little bit more about whiskey. So I was like, I don't like this one. Tell me why. And he was like, it's spicy.
That's a helpful person to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then the other one was good, but it was too peaty.
Peaty? Yeah,
like it was smoky.
Like peat moss?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll look into that. I don't know what that means, but too smoky. Okay.
Yeah, too smoky for me. So too spicy. And you know what's funny is I would have thought like spicy and spicy. I would have thought like spicy and smoky were the same until I tasted them back to back, and I was like, oh, I don't like this one because it's too spicy. And spicy meaning like it burnt in my mouth.
Yeah,
like it was like a lot. It was like you like the first ever shot of Jack Daniels that you do. It was like that. It was spicy.
Got it.
Whereas the other one was just like too smoky. I don't really like smoky. Like I don't like most scotches because there's peaty.
I feel like scotch is generally also a little bit spicier.
Yes, yeah. I agree.
So
it's a spicy. It's a spicy beverage. Scotch is spicy.
Yeah, scotch is spicy. That means something to me.
But this place was this place was cool, and they had trail mix, but it was like the Asian trail mix, you know.
I don't know, but you do love trail mix.
I do love trail mix. It's like a mostly rice cracker assortment.
Mm. Well, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. We went to a like not hole in the wall, but like a hidden gem of an Italian restaurant beforehand. That was really good too. I
Mm.
kind of pampered myself this weekend.
Sounds
You
like
know,
it.
yeah, it reminds me of old times, but you know what I didn't like was how much money I spent
Oh, yeah,
because
that's
I
definitely
forgot
a
about
thing.
that. Yeah, I forgot about not spending money. Like I spent I spent money on really good food and really good booze, and I had a lot of fun. But it was like the next morning, you're like, "Fuck, I spent a lot of money."
Mm. Yeah, drinking out especially is super expensive, but I feel like yeah, eating out also you forget.
Yeah,
Because if you're just doing like takeout, takeout tends to be priced a little bit more for the individual, I feel like, you know?
right, right. In
Yeah.
fact, so at the Italian place, you would have loved what I had I had a clam fettuccine.
Mm.
Oh, it was so good. Um, and then like a couple glasses of wine there. But I do remember like the next day we went, I was trying to hang the same friends that I went with, we were trying to hang out again. And I was like, can we just go to like Lake Merritt, keep it chill? Like we went to Lake Merritt. I brought like a couple tall cans of beer. And then we were talking about dinner and I was like, can we do like Panda Express or something? And they were like, yeah. So it was like a huge contrast from the day before where it was like spent so much money. I was like, we gotta do something on a budget. Like I can't keep up with you guys in the wallet aspect.
Yeah.
Like we gotta tone it down.
I'm proud of you. It's important to communicate these things. It's not always easy, but you got to do it.
And I gotta tell you, the Panda was as good as the Italian place.
No.
Yeah, I fucking love Panda.
You enjoyed it as much.
I did. And then so they went to go pick up the Panda and I went to the Safeway in the same complex to get some more drinks. And I also picked up a chocolate cake that was that was half off because Safeway was running a special, but it was also like 3 days old, so it was half off of that. So I got like a $2.50 cake.
Oh, whole ass cake.
Yeah.
Was it good or did it taste 3 days old?
It was edible.
Okay. That's what my mom would call not worth it.
No. If you spent full price on it, absolutely not worth it. But for the value,
No,
it
no,
was
no.
good.
Not worth the calories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny that I didn't think that because normally I
You
would, but
would.
I've been binging for the last like 5 or 6 days. I've been really busy. I haven't been able to go to the gym because I'm like moving. So
Mm.
I'm like, fuck
Well,
it.
that's a lot of work, and your job is super active too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been running short on time. So I've been eating fast food
Mm.
and getting shit done, like moving into my new place,
That's
not
exciting.
going to the gym.
How's moving going?
So so the first day, May 1st, I was gonna bring everything over, and it was starting to get late in the day, and I just got really lazy, so I ended up just bringing a cake.
The cake?
It was actually the same cake, not the
Mhm.
same cake, but it was the same cake. Do you know what I mean?
But was it like a fresh one? Like a full
It was a
price
fresh
one?
one, yeah.
Wow.
So it
Big
was the fresh cake,
spender.
and it was the same cake when I got it 3 days later for half off.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
but I was like, I'm too lazy to like bring shit over on a Saturday, so I'm just gonna bring cake over like as a hey, I'm moving in today, and hung out with all the new roommates and had cake with them, and it was awesome.
Oh, good. That's like a
Yeah,
nice little dip your toe in. But have you moved some stuff in since then?
yeah. Since then, on Sunday I brought over. I ended up at Costco, and I bought like a an area rug, so I put that in on Sunday, and then yesterday I brought yesterday I cut down my loft bed. I borrowed Vito's table saw, felt super fucking butch, um, didn't hurt myself, and I brought all that stuff over. So it's ready to be built. I might even go build it after we record.
Oh, well, we better hurry up.
Yeah, we better. I also I took off my nails.
Mm,
I had the acrylics that I owned for forever. I think I took them off on Friday, and because I was like, I'm gonna be moving a bunch of shit, I'm probably gonna
yeah,
break something.
yeah.
So when I was doing the table saw, I felt extra butch.
With your nails off?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like really worried that somehow the table saw was related to you taking your nails off. But it was one and then the other, so everything's okay.
I think that having my nails off, I think now that I have them off, I've been getting misgendered a lot, which which is funny because it's been bothering me less lately
Hmm.
for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I used a table saw and I'm feeling very masculine. But I have noticed that people have been misgendering me, and it's usually when I'm like doing something nice for them, and it always makes me regret doing that thing. Kind of
Oh my
sucks.
gosh, that sucks.
Yeah, so like I went to IKEA yesterday. I didn't buy anything. I was just looking around, but when I was leaving, I was in the parking lot and this woman was like she had her trunk open and she was just kind of standing there with like this thing that was way too big for her to do herself. So I was like, "Can I give you a hand?" And she's like, oh, you know what? That would actually be really nice. Thank you." So I helped her load up and like as I'm walking away, she's like, "Thank you so much, sir." And I'm like, "You fucking bitch." You fucking bitch. I will take those out of your vehicle right now. But then I remembered I don't have my nails. So
Mm.
that's probably it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that is it. Maybe that is it. The thing I don't get about people is like, you don't gotta say sir or ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2021. You can just say thanks and
Yeah,
end
thank
your
you, Jill.
sentence.
Fuck.
I mean, I don't particularly like it when people call me ma'am just because it's so like old timey and like stuffy and like
Oh, yeah.
it just
Even when
doesn't, yeah, it doesn't feel like me, you know?
I remember when I identified as a man, people the first time people started saying sir to me, I hated it because it made me feel old.
Yeah, you're like, I think I'm your same age. Or
Yeah, don't
like I think
and
I'm younger than you.
it's like service workers are trained to be polite and say sir and shit like that. But I
I
remember
guess
telling
I
people like,
never
don't
did.
fucking call me sir.
Yeah.
But now I guess that was foreshadowing.
Ah, shoot.
This morning, humble brag, I went to Walgreens to like pick up, I don't know, oh, but so like bottled water for the dogs and like a Diet Coke for me or whatever. And I parked like in front of these two homeless guys that were just like chit chatting. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get them some stuff in Walgreens. And so I went in, bought my stuff, got them like a bag full of stuff. And I came out and I was like, hey, I got some stuff for you guys to share. And they were very thankful, which was wonderful. And as I'm like walking away, God bless you, sir. Jesus. Just give me that back. You're going to give that back to me now.
Oh my goodness.
We had already went separate ways and you yelled that at me.
Didn't have to happen.
Didn't have to happen.
Shoot.
So anyways, I've been
So
eating this bag of chips. I got them.
you earned it. Oh shoot.
That's funny.
Did you get your third laser?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Which
How
one
did,
was that? Was it
um
my
your
my
maybe you're
downstairs?
downstairs?
Yeah, it went well, really fast.
Oh good. I was
And
worried about
oh,
that
you know
one.
what? She validated something that I was thinking about because she was like, "What session is this for you?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't remember. Maybe 6 or 7." And she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna switch you to the other laser." And I was like, "Oh, okay, so that is a thing."
Oh, okay.
they never tell anyone anything, I guess. So they
Okay,
switched me
great.
to the other laser,
Hmm.
and that's fine. I mean, you know what's funny? Like anything after doing that shit on my face is a cakewalk.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is nothing.
Well, that's good. At least it was easy.
Oh, but the one on my face, it so it had been getting easier.
Mm.
But the face laser fucking hurt. I don't know what was different that
They
time, but it felt like the first time I got lasered. It was super painful.
She crank it up or something?
She must have, because I even was like had scabs. I had some
Oh,
scabbing, some face
God.
scabbing.
Ugh, that is not what you want.
Yeah. Do you remember? Did we talk about this? I was like, I went over to my friend's house. This is a few days after that. And I was like, I'm just really not feeling my face. And I'm going to this party and I'm feeling ugly. And she's like, stop. Your face looks fine. This is how your face always looks. And I'm like, bitch, don't fucking say that. That's not a compliment. Anyways, a week later, now my face looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is what I was trying to say. Like, don't tell me my face always looks like this, because now that all that hair is falling out and I'm not all scabby, now I look great.
Yeah.
So
You
let me be upset about looking shit for a day or two when I know that I could be looking as fabulous as I look right now.
Sometimes people, gosh, they think they're being nice or helpful, and then they say really rude shit to you. Your face
It's like,
always looks like that?
yeah, don't say that.
Don't say that. You should always feel as ugly as you feel right now. That's what I would hear.
Exactly.
Cool. Cool.
But at the same time, like, you can't expect a friend to be like, yeah, you do look like shit right now.
No,
but
but she could
but
just be
allow
like,
me to console you. It's
yeah,
gonna look great
yes,
after
like
this party is over and a few days later.
it sucks that you're feeling that way. I don't think it's that noticeable. It'll heal up in no time. You know, there's lots of
Hmm.
ways to be supportive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's new with you? What have you been up to?
Um, I've actually kind of been doing stuff.
Oh shit. Look
I
at her. She's vaccinated,
Yeah, she
doing
is
stuff. Let's
doing
go.
doing stuff. We had dinner with Pat and Punk on Saturday.
I love them.
They're just the best. And we just like hung out and visited and like ate too much food and ate too much dessert, and we just were there until it was like dark, and we were like, I guess we should go home now. But like we didn't have to be like, oh, we can only be inside for 15 minutes, or like we have to be outside in the cold with our masks on. It just was like, it was weird how normal it felt to just like be there again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was magical, and they're the best. And then on Sunday, Mallory came over and we hung out in real life
That's amazing.
because we all vaccinated.
Don't get me
So
wrong. Your aunt and uncle are cool, but Mallory?
I know
Fuck. That's awesome.
that's like the grand prize of vaccination. It was super nice. It was kind of long overdue. Like we were talking about it, and kind of early in quarantine, there were maybe two occasions where we got together and like hung out outside socially distanced. And at a certain point it just felt like it almost was harder and weirder trying to do it, and so we kind of gave up. You know what I mean? Like
Um,
it didn't feel like it didn't feel normal enough. It was like it didn't really scratch the itch. And
okay, interesting.
yeah, and so like you'd get home and just be like, well, geez, I'm sad that I couldn't hug my friend when I left. Like, I don't know. And especially at that time, all we had to talk about was the pandemic. Like, we weren't
Yeah,
doing anything else. So, like, what do you catch up on? And then now it's
right,
like, it's been long enough that, like, yeah, there's shit to catch up on, you know?
right.
So it just felt easy and comfy and really nice.
So there was like no, it was just like, it was, what, when you guys were hanging out, was it like, it was just like old times?
Yeah, she kind of said the same thing, like the same way I felt about going to Pat and Punk's. Like this is so strange how familiar everything feels and how it's like I was just here, even though it's been a year and a half.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. So that was really nice. It was a good weekend. It went by hella fast. And we're doing some other stuff too, but I get to talk about those during current obsessions.
Okay, sick. We'll
Yeah.
save it then. I
Yeah.
love Mallory. I'd love to. I really hope this. So I think if I come to visit, it might actually be pushed back another month because I've been offered another long month of boarding. All
Ooh.
my clients are fucking going out of town now that you
Now
know.
that they can.
Yeah, and so I got to figure out a way to make it work at my new place because I'm just moving in, and to be like, hey, I'm gonna have a dog here for the next 3 months is something that we should talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky. Well, I hope it works out okay.
Yeah, me too. I'll get there eventually. The only thing that would possibly change is that I'd have to tell a client that I can't board their dog. But whatever, we'll see. You want to
Yeah.
hear some really great news?
Hell yeah, I do.
I cummed last night.
What? I know. I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't it.
Yeah, I cummed.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh man, so nice.
Do you think it's your hormone adjustments are finally working, or?
I think a little bit, but at the same time, I was online like reading trans stuff, and there's this idea that okay, so like even if you're not on Lupron, like let's say you just go on a normal blocker and estrogen, like your sex drive is gonna diminish greatly. But I like dove into the deep end. So like anything, even if my sexual function was anything like just being on a blocker and estrogen,
Mhm.
that's welcomed because Lupron shut it down completely,
Gotcha.
you know? And so I was reading about some people's experiences and they were like, yeah, just keep using it. Otherwise it's like if you don't have a boner for so long, you're gonna start to have erections and they're gonna be painful.
Oh.
That happens to a lot of trans women is that they don't
Oh.
use their dick and then they get hard and then it's like painful because it's like stretching skin that hasn't been stretched in forever.
Oh, sure.
So part of it was me thinking, all right, well, I gotta use it.
Yeah.
So I forced myself to do it.
You were just determined.
It didn't take much. It was
Oh, okay.
actually, yeah,
Good.
it was good.
I'm so glad.
we had a good time.
Oh, good.
Me and my dick.
Yeah, I wasn't going to ask you to clarify. I was going to let that just go. But thanks for telling us.
But yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then you know what's funny is I remember having this feeling before I started HRT, but afterwards, like all day today, I've been kind of horny today. It's like
Wow.
it's like your body is like, oh, you like that?
Yeah, I guess like you kind of get used to going without it, and so you're not really thinking about it very much.
Right.
Yeah, and then you get like a little reminder, and then you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, totally.
oh yeah.
Oh, you like that? Okay. Here's a gentle reminder that you should do that again.
Thanks, body. You're so helpful.
Oh man, my relationship with my body, it's a fucking roller coaster.
I bet. Hanging in there okay?
I'm doing fantastic.
Okay, good.
I'm actually doing fantastic.
Good.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying the way estrogen is making me feel mentally. I have yet to see any physical changes.
It's pretty
But-
fresh still, right? Right?
Yeah,
right?
Right? It's pretty fresh, right?
Yeah, that's what happened. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh. I think the first thing that's probably going to happen I mean, people have been like complimenting my skin, like even like the touch of it. They're like, your skin's really soft. I don't know if that's from being on Lupron and not having testosterone in my body, or if it's recently from the estrogen. Um, but that's a thing. I think probably the next thing that I'm gonna feel is like nipple soreness.
Oh yeah, sure.
But haven't felt any of that yet.
Well, it's exciting that at least so far what you're feeling seems positive.
Yeah, I think as far as like I think it's definitely affecting my brain because I felt like shit on Lupron and Roxafine, and I really haven't felt like shit since I've been on estrogen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
fingers.
I did get flamed pretty hard on the internet by a
Ugh,
stranger that I probably spent too much time thinking about. But at the same
definitely.
time, I will say that I've been receiving so much love on other platforms that I shouldn't think about that. But there's just always going to be shitty people out there talking shit.
Yeah, I think it's hard. Not, I mean, like, I'm sure I would take stuff like that personally as well. It's kind of impossible not to. But I don't know. I just feel like not only are they people or a person who doesn't know you at all, like they decided they were going to find a person they don't know and be really fucking mean to them for no
Yeah.
reason. So like that's not the kind of person that you take feedback from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Easier said than done. And
Totally.
honestly, when I first read it, I laughed and I was like, "This is fucking stupid."
Yeah.
And then,
Just
an hour later,
it
it was like,
festers.
yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah. I hope that you're able to shake it off. I know that it ain't that simple.
It is completely shooked
Oh good.
with a T at the end.
You've been shooked.
You've been shooked. Yeah, I don't give a
Good.
fuck. I've been feeling so good lately. I'm hella feeling myself. Like I'm cute. I'm hot as fuck. Um, like it holds no weight what they said. It did at the time, but like,
Yeah.
bitch, please.
Perfect. Good. Good for you.
Thanks.
Hmm.
I'm excited to hear about your obsession. Should we just go to the corkboard?
Yeah, I think we should go.
Let's go.
Oh, how my heart yearns for the battlefield. The blood, the stench, the black and blue. Oh, how my heart yearns for the battlefield. That field that brought my heart to you. Oh,
So you posted that really awesome thing on Instagram, and I was like I was the first. It was like a poll on whether or not you should look in the camera, and I was the first one to interact,
Hmm.
engage.
Hmm.
Obviously, you don't look at the camera. It was funny because you texted me. It's like 100% said don't look at the camera, but it was just me.
Yeah, when I first looked at it, I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, it's only been like 10 minutes. And then I looked closer and I was like, that's just Jackie.
I fucking loved that thing that you posted, though. That was really cool. Did we get any questions from that?
We did. We did. And before we go into the questions, I just want to tell you our final poll results because
Oh fuck yeah!
you're not going to like it.
No way. No way.
75% was just like, look at the camera, bitch. And only 25% was like, you're embarrassing. Stop doing that.
Okay, well then only four. Wait, me and you. So only two other. Only two other people. Fucking. wait,
No, no.
wait. You voted on both the Fetch Pale account and your own account. So there's only one other person
Stop
that
it.
played.
You can't vote on your own polls on the fetch on the same account. But yes, I did vote for looking into the camera on my personal account, which cancels out your vote, which already doesn't matter because we already know where we both stand.
So we're technically at 100%. You look at the camera
No.
with two votes.
No, lots more people voted. Listen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have 8 people, because we're not counting me, in favor of just looking at the camera, and only 2 people said don't do that, other than
Okay,
you.
well, technically, I never said don't look at the camera. It was just that you said, "Oh, I looked at the camera while I was doing that," and then I was like, "Yeah, you looked at the camera a lot," but
Yeah,
I never technically said don't look at the camera.
that's true, but you were, like, throwing shade about it. You weren't just
I
like
was.
you weren't like, "That's so cute." You looked at the camera, you were like, "You dumb bitch. Look at nothing like I do." But I don't know how to do that.
Here, actually, do this with me, okay?
Okay.
Give me a high five. Think about where you are in the TikToks that we post, and give me a high five right now.
Okay.
Did you do it?
I did it super late. You have to count it
All right.
down.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel
We
like
won't
that's
know
gonna
until
be
later.
so embarrassing. I do want to say, okay, so I really appreciate all the people who told me it's fine if I look into the camera. They are all very nice people. And the 2 people who voted with you, also very nice people, and I would say objectively, like, very cool people. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell
We
yeah.
got a Gen Z voting against looking into the camera.
Okay, sick. Yeah,
So
I
I
like
feel
that.
like, I'm heeding that advice the best I can. But I do feel vindicated. That is, like, not a totally ridiculous thing to do. It's just, like, fine.
Okay, good.
Okay. On to a question. We actually got
How
quite
many? Wait, how many? Yeah, how many did we get?
I think technically we got 6.
Holy shit.
One of them is more of like a suggestion.
Okay.
But let's see.
Do they want to drop me as a co-host?
No, we didn't get any of those.
Okay, sick.
We have someone who's interested in product reviews, which I think a great idea, because especially during Obsessions, we end up talking a lot about like shit we happen to buy that we love.
Yeah, I'm into that.
So something to think about.
Okay.
But I got a real softball for you.
Okay.
What do you think about newborn baby scent for a candle?
Oh, wow.
I don't like that.
See, I think automatically, I feel like newborn babies are too fragile to wring out their scents.
Yes. Okay. So obviously I understand that it's like a scent, and like with any other scent, they can probably be chemically replicated. But my very first like visual thought is like somehow harvesting the scent,
Yeah, like in a lab.
Really freaks me out. It's like in the Matrix when they're born in those like little goo factories.
Yeah.
Like you just soak the babies in the Matrix goo, and then you dump the goo into the candle?
I can't actually recall. I don't think I've been around enough newborn babies to recall what it smells like.
Yeah.
And how new do you mean by newborn? Like fresh out the womb smell? Because I don't imagine that's good. Or like a week later.
Probably. Yeah, probably not like within moments, but maybe a few days. There's a lot to consider. I'm not
Could you
go ahead?
Could you go to the market of newborn baby smell, and you could buy a candle, the 1 week newborn baby, or you could buy the 3 week, and like it's sort of like what is your newborn baby profile scent?
Yes. So
And
if
you can take a quiz online to determine how many weeks of newborn baby smell that is really good for you, and that's the one that you would get.
Yeah, I like that idea. You pick like 6 months, and then it starts to smell sort of like old milk that gets trapped like in your neck folds. Is that still? Should we do that?
I really was a 6 week baby, but I switched to the 6 month, and it's just I'm loving this one a little bit more. That's the nice thing about this candle company is that you can change the scents. When you get tired of one, move on to the next.
Exactly. And it's, they personalize it for your needs and wants.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm into this.
I like babies a lot. I think they're fun and sweet, but I've never been like, oh my God, this smell. Like, I know that's a thing people say, but I've never experienced it.
Right. I would rather candle puppy breath. That's actually a real thing. Puppy breath is.
I know that you think that, but puppy breath I can smell when you say the words and it gags me.
But it doesn't smell bad.
Oh, but it does.
No, it doesn't.
It's a thing that dog people like, just like babies are a thing that baby people like. No.
Oh, are you serious?
Puppy breath is so gross.
All right, so we're gonna do another Instagram poll.
Yeah, and I'm gonna lose. I know.
It's on right now, probably when you're hearing this, because it's Thursday.
Oh, sure.
But it's gonna be newborn baby smell versus puppy breath.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay. I like that because then we both lose no matter what.
All right, so if you're listening to this right now, make sure you go vote on the poll on the Fetch a Pail Instagram.
Perfect. It'll be there. Thanks for your question, Natalie. It grossed me out a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for the question. I liked it a lot. You got the fat bag near you?
Oh, yes. Let me just loosen the drawstrings. I remembered the word this time.
Can we take a moment to talk about how good our last episode was?
It really was.
Man, I'm sorry that this episode is not up to par with the last one, everyone. We've got
some time.
We've got time, yeah. But the last one was so good. It
really was.
So good. I loved it.
I mean, it makes me happy that you love something that we created. So that's all I care about. Cool. See, you're right. This episode isn't as good. Okay. I have 2 checks in my fat bag here.
All right.
The first one, I said that my nephew named his Cabbage Patch doll Baby Callie. And yep. I was like, did I make that up? He's only 2. He doesn't really talk that much. Did he name it himself? And he did. I checked with my brother, and he said that there's a character on Pete the Cat named Callie. And so he suspects that's where it originated. But he did pick the name all by himself.
Nice.
So he's a genius, and he has very good taste.
It runs in your family.
Thank you. And then you made me look up the word attrition, so I'm going to read to you the definition.
Okay.
The action or process of gradually reducing the strength or effectiveness of someone or something through sustained attack or pressure.
I still don't know what it means.
Same. But here's another way that the word is used that I have heard that does make sense to me. You may hear employers refer to losing staff by attrition. So instead of doing layoffs, if they do cuts by attrition, it just means as people quit, they don't fill the positions.
Okay.
Does that kind of mean something?
Sure.
Yeah. That's it. That's everything. My bag is empty.
Sick. So much lighter now.
I know. Oh, what a nice thing to not have to carry that around.
Do you ever leave the house with a bag because you're gonna need it? This is new to me because I only recently started carrying like a purse or a bag,
Sure.
But like needing it, knowing that you're gonna need it, like I'm going to the grocery store, it's gonna be really easy to put something in just my bag. But leaving the house with the empty bag is like a weird feeling. Like it's so light, it's barely there. You don't really notice it's there. It almost makes me just want to like put something in it so that it's like an actual bag. It doesn't feel like it's a bag until there's something in it.
Yeah. I really only bring empty bags if it's like I'm going grocery shopping and it's my reusable totes, and those are always folded up. So
Yeah.
it's like a different activity. Just like holding an empty bag, you're right, it doesn't feel like a bag.
Right.
But I also
Anyways.
haven't carried a purse in a few years. It's just like phone and tiny wallet in my pocket.
Yeah. I'm sure I don't need one. It's just the thought of having one that I'm into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can find shit to put in there, and sometimes it's convenient. You're like, I wish I had a tissue, or like, I wish I had some Advil. Like, there's lots of fun
Right.
things you can put in a purse.
Well, I left the house the other day with an empty purse. I just ended up stuffing it with grass and rocks.
I don't recommend that. Unless it's, I don't know.
So I've been really obsessed with, besides my hair,
Mm,
because my hair has just been so on point.
that's true.
I don't know, Taco Bell again. I've been eating a lot of Taco Bell. The beefy potato burrito is really good, and it's only $1.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, it is. God, I'm a real frugal bitch.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. What are you obsessed with?
Is that it? You're just giving me your hair and Taco Bell and then you're done talking?
Listen,
Yeah, you've been busy.
I come strong with obsessions every week. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've had a very busy week. It's hard for me to. You know what? I'm obsessed with moving. You like that better?
You put me right in my place. I don't like it here. Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'll carry the weight on obsessions this week because you do every other episode. I think that's fair. So on Friday, it was like kind of a weird day, emotionally. Like, you know, sometimes you just have days like that. And so Jake and I were both kind of having a down day. And Friday night, we were like, what are we going to do tonight? Like, we don't have a lot of energy. Nothing sounds super fun. And he was like, well, Pokemon Snap did just come out. And I was like, fuck yeah, Pokemon Snap just came out on the Switch. It's a $60 game. And
Oh.
it's like literally the premise is you take pictures of Pokemon.
Like in. Oh, wait. No, this was a thing before. This is like a remake.
Yeah, this is the new one. And it was originally on Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And it was hard. It was really hard and I never got good at it, but I loved playing it on Nintendo 64. So like I knew I was going to get it just for nostalgia reasons, but I had very low expectations. So I kind of impulsively downloaded it on Friday night and I kind of started playing it and I was like, this is very difficult, but it is pretty fun and super adorable. And then the next day I put it on the big TV and I played maybe like 2 levels. And then I was like, do you want to try it? And I gave the controller to Jake, and he's just like so into it.
Hell yeah.
So mostly I've been watching Jake play because he's much better than I am. But I get the same level of enjoyment because all I want is to look at cute Pokemon. And then like you take pictures, and if the pictures are really good, they give you like a bunch of points and you get either like a bronze, silver, gold, or diamond rating. And I'm like, I want fucking all diamonds all the time.
Yeah.
So they did a good job. I think in what's today? Tuesday, in like 4 days, I think we've gotten $60 worth.
Wow, you guys are gamers.
Yep. Yeah, I think we've already got like 16 hours or something in it. Like,
Hell yeah.
we're going for it. So that's a legitimate obsession. It's like when I'm not doing other stuff, I'm like, okay, so did you want to play Pokemon now? Like, or do we have to eat first?
Well, that makes me happy because I am a gamer and I'm all about fucking gaming.
That's
So
true.
for that to be your obsession I love that.
Thanks. I am not a gamer, but there are some games that just really get me going.
Yeah, I'm always obsessed with games. Like I can't even talk about games because it would always be my obsession every week.
That's true. That's true. Well, if you want to throw one in from time to time, we may have listeners who care about stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. And then the other thing, I'm going for it. Double obsession.
Nice.
The other thing just started really today. Like a week or so ago, I got the results for my DNA test. And I'm 36% Norwegian. So I guess that's a fact check on an episode from like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's rad. Okay, sick.
So I estimated 40%. I think that's not bad considering 36 is the answer. And there's some other stuff. It's just like all white people, like European nonsense. You know, it's not
any surprises?
I guess kind of. There's like Scottish and Welsh, which I didn't know about, but I wouldn't say it was surprising.
Okay.
And then it's like Germanic Europe, which is a DNA specific region that I don't understand what it means.
All right.
But that was pretty much it. Nothing was like, wait, what? It's just like a European mutt, if you will.
I like it.
But the thing that's happened today is that I started looking at family tree stuff. And so I've started going down these rabbit holes, like trying to find out information about like my grandparents' parents. And I subscribed to this newspaper archive website. So you can just like look up people's names and find newspaper articles from like 1925.
Whoa.
About people you know. And so now I'm just really obsessed with like reading really old newspaper articles. It started like I was trying to find information about one specific person because we were always told that our grandpa's mom was half Lakota, Native American. And that was just like, cool. She died when my grandpa was really young. So like we didn't know anything about her. That's the only thing we knew. And a whole bunch of us have gotten DNA tests and none of us have any Native.
Okay, so someone made that up.
Right. So now we're like, there's nobody to ask. Everybody's dead. So like, who the fuck made that up? Like, where did that information come from? And it's not like only one of us heard it. Like, we all heard that our whole lives.
That's crazy.
And so now we're trying to figure out like who she actually was and who her parents were and where she came from because she was killed when she was 30. So like there's just like not a lot of information about her or her family. So anyway, so I'm going deep on genealogy, but also just like old-timey newspapers. That's
kind of exciting.
Yeah, I'm having a super fun time with it. And I've already been texting with my cousin Allison. She sent me a picture of our our DNA overlap. We're a 16% match. And I'm her number one match other than her sister, out of all of her extended family.
What does that mean?
It means we share the most DNA in common. So like they can tell by looking at her DNA and looking at mine that we're first cousins because we have so many little bits that are the same, I guess.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. That's kind of science-y, but I don't really understand it. Like how they do it. It's just I just believe them.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's real. I assume so.
Can you imagine they're just like fucking sending people random information?
It must be real because they're like, I got an email from some guy who was like, hey, you showed up on my potentially related list. Like, look at this family tree. Do you know anyone? And I looked at it and I was like,
wow, that's really,
yeah,
it's kind of weird, I think.
It is weird, but I was like, yeah, this person on your family tree is my maternal grandmother. And he's like, oh, shit, your mom's my cousin.
Wow. And
it's like we come from big families. So
where did you get that message from? The like, is it like a separate, like a Facebook for genealogy? Like, I don't understand how this person got in touch with you.
Oh, it's through Ancestry specifically. So it would be someone else who got their DNA results from Ancestry. And then we both had to like agree to have our results be searchable by people who are potential relatives.
And then they email you or send you a message on Ancestry?
Yeah, they can send you a message on Ancestry.
I see.
Yeah. So it's not like super invasive. Like he doesn't know anything else about me. Just that we have his mom was my grandma's sister, I guess.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't have any family in the States. Like all of my family on my mom's side is in the Philippines.
Mm.
All of the family on my dad's side is dead, except for my dad and my grandpa, I think.
Oh, your grandpa could be dead by now.
Well,
You think you would know?
fingers crossed.
I mean, yeah. Do you think, would you know that if he was?
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's like you probably don't really give a shit to know about your family history on your dad's side.
Sometimes I think you remember John Locke and like his dad like needs a fucking kidney or a liver or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gives it to him all despite him not being around for all of his life. I'm like, I pray to God that I get the phone call and my dad's like, hey, I'm dying, I need a liver. Because
so you can say no.
So I could say no, but no, you know, that's not fair. I wouldn't say no. I would say yes. And then I would say no.
Psych. I got you so good. That's fucked up, but also totally fair. I did actually, I did learn another thing about my family. I thought that both of my grandma's parents were Norwegian, but just her dad was Norwegian and her mom, wait, maybe I have it backwards. Her mom was Norwegian and her dad was actually Danish. So I guess we have that in common.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Crazy town.
We're like sisters.
Oh my God. I've always wanted to be your sister. That's not true. There was a period of time where I kind of wanted to be your girlfriend. But after I got over that, I've always wanted to be your sister.
Yay.
So exciting. So yeah, those are all my obsessions right now.
I love it. That was good.
Thank you.
You got science or are we scienced out?
We're all scienced out.
Okay, so for the queer corner, I just got to give a shout out to my homie Sleepy Joe because he did shout us out, us transgender people.
Oh, I thought you meant me and you or this podcast.
No.
I was like, what?
He did mention us in his speech.
Is Sleepy Joe the president?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard him called that. I didn't know what you were talking about at all.
Oh yeah, that's our prez.
Okay, well that's a cute thing to call him. Continue.
Thanks for the shout out. That's all. Also, Backstreet Boys AJ McLean celebrates the trans community with Love Song Love. So in his, I'm reading an article from NBC News here that says, in his 28 years with the Backstreet Boys and on his own, AJ McLean has pushed the boundaries of style and gender. It's fucking news to me.
Yeah. Style maybe, but not anyway.
Yeah. Now, in another bold move, the 43-year-old musician, dresses in drag while dancing around a dollhouse to celebrate the transgender community in the video for his new solo single, Love Song Love. Directed by Renee Elizondo and McLean, and featuring a life-size Hollywood dollhouse dripping in pink, McLean appears alongside transgender models Nala Wilde and Carmen Carrera, partying it up amid flowers and feather boas. Premiering on Variety, the video is part of the longtime LGBTQ allies' efforts to promote discussion and awareness of the fight for equality. His support comes amid a wave of proposed anti-transgender legislation in the U.S. I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't even know about it, but that's really cool.
Yeah, so check that out. There was a link in the show notes for that music video. It's probably terrible, but
but we appreciate the effort.
Yeah, it's a good effort.
That's nice.
And that's it.
Well, thank you for that queer corner.
You're welcome. You got movies?
Oh my God. I don't think we watched any movies because we were playing Pokemon all weekend.
Yeah, Pokemon will do that. You know, I didn't watch any movies, but I was reminded. Did you ever see the OA?
What's that?
I don't know if it's. I think it might have been taken off of Netflix, but it was this super bizarre show. I saw a TikTok about it, and they were like, "What's a show that you're super upset that was canceled?" And then it was like clips from the OA, and it was so good. I'm thinking about rewatching it. It's about this woman who claims to be an angel, and the whole time you're like, "Is she really an angel?" And she's like recruiting these people, and there's like some weird dimensional travel happening. It's super bizarre,
Hmm.
and you're just kind of like questioning whether or not she's telling you the truth or not the whole time. And it's kind of like the other characters in the show are also questioning whether or not she's telling the truth. So it's really
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
But it was canceled?
It was canceled, but it ended on the most amazingly bizarre way that I don't hate. I think it was actually incredible the way it ended.
Okay. Well, then I might watch it. I just checked. It is still on Netflix, and it looks like there's 2 seasons.
Yeah. Oh, and it's really good. It actually reminds me of the Wachowski sisters,
Mm-hmm.
just that because it's kind of like queer and sci-fi-y.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend. I'm probably gonna start watching it again. So
Ooh.
if you're trying to sync up,
Yeah. I'll watch it too. Did you end up watching Mortal Kombat?
no, not yet, but I
Okay.
want to.
Okay, we'll save it for when you do. I have been watching. I haven't watched movies, but I've been watching a lot of the show The Circle, which is also on Netflix.
Oh God, you would.
It's a reality show. It's a social
God.
media competition. I can't even get through it. I like it.
I saw this really funny TikTok where this woman was like, "Circle, message everyone about the circle jerk." And she kept on like accidentally saying "circle jerk."
I love it. Yeah, I mean, it is so silly. It's like
Yeah.
listening to your mom voice text someone, you know? They're like, circle, message so and so. You look so cute in your profile pic, girl. Smiley face emoji, exclamation point. Like, they have to
Send.
say that shit out loud.
Yeah.
And you think it's going to be terrible. And then you're like, into
Oh
it.
wait, it is. No, it is. It is. I'm telling you, Jill, if you are really into it as a reality dating show, that it's bad. I know that it's bad.
It's not a dating show. I mean,
Okay.
people might try to date each other, but it's not a dating show. You just form friendships, and like maybe you became friends with a catfish. You don't know. But
Oh
there's not
my God.
like a lot of romance. That's kind of one of the things I like about it. Like some people are flirty, but most people are just like want to be friends, but they're trying to win $100,000, so like they can't play nice all the time.
Maj Groan.
Okay, well, that's what I've been doing. So,
Sick. Let me hit you with this Yelp review.
okay.
It's a USB wall charger, LED light up, 4-port travel AC power adapter. It's like a 4-port USB with a light on it.
Got it.
Daniel wrote in 2014, My wife and I can now charge all of our devices simultaneously. Now all we fight about is her crippling alcoholism and my unhealthy obsession with Dakota Fanning.
Oh no. Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
5 stars.
It is a 5-star. What the fuck?
Yay!
How did you guess that?
I just got lucky. I'm actually very distracted because there's a tiny fruit fly in my office and I'm trying to catch it. Oh my god, this is going to be on video. You know how stupid you look when you're trying to catch a bug? Oh, I got it. I got it. I just showed the camera. It's disgusting. I'm so sorry I'm like this. Anyway, that was a total guess. I just was thinking everything he actually said about the product was positive, so maybe it's 5 stars.
Yeah, that was smart. You did good.
Thank you. That's super funny though. I guess Dakota Fanning's like a grown up now, right? It's fine? When was this review written?
Yeah, 2014. I hope she was 18 at least.
Ah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe that's why it was unhealthy.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
All right, you want to get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Big ups to Nathan Rupp of Cloud Collective for the use of our theme song No Dance Halls on the Sun. You can find them on SoundCloud under Cloud Collective Records.
Thanks as well as always to Adam for our corkboard song Great Adventure. You can find his music, art, and other creative projects at adamoliveris.com.
I found a way to not have to build Uggs a ramp, but it involves IKEA hacks.
Okay.
And I think it's going to work out really well. And it's also going to save me hundreds of dollars.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's like a storage. It's going to be storage, but it's also going to be like a staircase that goes up to the loft bed.
That sounds so cute.
Yeah. And if it works out well, it's going to be amazing and so good. And I should probably like sell it.
Oh,
Sell the idea of
yeah.
the IKEA hack.
Maybe that's going to be what finally gets you TikTok famous.
Hell yeah.
People on TikTok love dogs. They're like, look at this thing I built for my dog to come snuggle with me. I'm amazing. And everyone's going to be like, yeah, you are. You're famous.
Okay, I need to start recording the progress of this thing.
Yeah, please. Well, and once your room's put together or even like in process, I want to see pictures.
Okay, hell yeah.
Thanks.
My pleasure. I love you so much.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye. Hey, thanks again for listening to Fetch a Pail. If you need more Jackie and Jill in your life, follow us on Twitter at Fetch a Pail.
Or follow us on Instagram at Fetch a Pail.
Fetch a Pail is a Jack and Jill production.
Copyright 2021. All rights reserved.
Thanks for being a friend.
You can't just compare everything to last week's perfect episode.